In this lecture, I will introduce you to shapefiles, some of their properties, and how to produce basic visualizations using shapefiles. Shapefiles are excellent for representing vector data. They are usually used to represent features such as countries, roads, or locational data. I will read in a shapefile now, and you do know how to do it. We go to Layer, Add Layer, Add Vector Layer. I'm going to add in this shapefile from the folder countries_shape. This is the map of the world as of 2011, and you can obtain it from the website QGIS. Now, as the first step into my visualizations, let us see what this shapefile is really about. Okay, you can see this is the shapefile of the world. Now, like every shapefile, it has an attribute table associated with it, which is basically the table of information the shapefile has. So in this case, we have the names of the countries which are present in the shapefile. The English names are under the column sovereign, what continent they are in, and the square kilometer area. We also have the rendering of the region they may be in, like you have Armenia, which is in Asia, but it is specifically in Western Asia. And this is the square kilometer area. This is not in the EU. EU countries have been quoted as 1 and non-EU as 0. So these are the kind of information you can expect to find in your shapefile as well. I'm not happy with the color of my shapefile, so I will change it. I go to Properties. I much prefer the color pink, so I choose the color pink from this drop down and I apply it. Okay, so this is pink now. I can have more changes. I can change the transparency of my shapefile layer. As you can see, the transparency has changed. Let us just make it. Now my shapefile has become rather transparent, and you may need to adjust the transparency for more advanced visualizations. Let's go back to the original transparency. Where are we? Just remember to press apply every time you need to make a change. I would like to change the boundary thickness. So I press simple fill, and I'm happy with the outline being a solid line, although I can just change it to a dashed line. I can change the outline color, but actually let me just change the outline width. Apply. Okay. Now, the boundaries of the different nations, they are much more prominent. It's China, Mongolia, Russia. And if you're not sure about a country, you can press this, the Identify Features functionality, and now you're in Brazil. There may be situations when you are just interested in seeing or highlighting specific parts of the shapefile for rendering or visualization purposes. Let me show. Open the attribute table, and now we select features using an expression. So this will enable us to just highlight and display specific portions of the shapefile. Okay, now I have the luxury of going into my recent selections because I've been working on this, but you will have to type out this stuff. So continent, I do have a column called continent, and now I'm just interested in displaying the countries of Asia. So equal to single quotes Asia, and that is how you'll have to type it in the first time when you do it. Select. All the countries of Asia have been selected in the attribute table now, and these have been highlighted in yellow, as you can see over here. So Asia literally extends from here to here. I can remove from selection. As you can see, the selection has been removed from the attribute table as well. Let's try something else. Again, I'm going to cheat a little bit and we go to recent selections. Let us just display the countries of EU, and as you know, all the countries of EU have been coded as 1. Select. And these are the countries of EU, and it seems Norway is not in the EU. Remove from selection. If you want, you can even chain your selection queries. So I am in continent. Now I want to display all the countries of Europe which have an area of less than 12,000 square kilometers. So I can chain these queries. And again, the column name that I want to target has to be in double quotes, and square kilometer less than 12,000. Select. The attribute table says that Andorra in Europe is less than 12,000 square kilometers, and let's just look at the area. Okay, it's just a very tiny country. Let's just scroll down. The Faroe Islands are in Denmark and it's 1416 square kilometers. Seems Gibraltar is rather tiny. So let's just have a look on the map. Okay, now you can see the yellow highlighting over here. And I can see a yellow highlighting very close to England. Okay, now here goes. Isle of Man is in Europe and it's less than 12,000 square kilometers. In this lecture, we have covered how you can read in a shapefile, examine its properties, and display specific portions of a shapefile. In the next 2 lectures, I will cover how to map and render and visualize your shapefiles using both qualitative and quantitative attributes. So see you there.